What you want to say?
Yes.
We're live again. I did my hair. Okay. Like it's such a monumentous occasion.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we
enough about my
are
hair.
today talking about leveling up your level. We're talking about something I can barely pronounce. Leveling up your game. Why conferences are your ultimate power up.
If you are looking to improve your career, get some professional development, be a continuous learner, continuous learner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming to a conference is an excellent way to level up your game.
So Ash and I have been producing conferences. Ashley's been producing conferences a lot longer than I have.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about how long.
Anyway,
but they're really.
Let's just say over 20 years we've been doing conferences since 2000, probably a little longer than that. Anyway, we produce conferences. We attend a lot of conferences. We learn a lot. We attend conferences. You know, one of my greatest successes in business came from a conference.
Really?
It did.
Tell me about it.
So I attended a conference when I was in the oil industry. I attended a conference, and at the conference, I met some decision makers from DuPont. And if anybody knows anything about DuPont, they're in southern New Jersey and Delaware. They have big plants there. They are big, behemoth, lockdown corporations.
Yeah, everybody's heard of DuPont.
You can't walk in the front door of DuPont and say, "Hi, I want to do business." And this was before the internet, so there wasn't a whole lot of
opportunities to get in front of your potential.
Nope.
Business.
I met the guys from.
People.
I met the guys. They happened to be guys. The team from DuPont. At a conference, and he immediately said, "Dude, we love what you're talking about." At the time, I sold lubricating products for big, heavy equipment and construction. And they said, "We love your products. We love your product. We love what you're talking about. Let's set up an appointment." Interesting. When I got to the appointment, I had to go through a half hour.
It wasn't like a massive security thing.
Huge security.
Was that at the company?
Yeah, it was at the DuPont plant.
Wow.
At their organization, I had to go watch a video.
Safety training.
You know, wear my hard hat and my shoes, and they had a mirror underneath my car, and dogs sniffing around the car and everything. Wow. And the craziest thing was,
they let you in anyway.
Yeah, they did. That was before the other thing.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You had to back your car in no matter where you parked.
Oh,
because
in case something happened, if there was an emergency, you just zoom out.
You didn't want you backing into each other and trying to get out.
I'm a backer-inner.
So anyway, it turned out to be meeting these people at this conference. There would have been no other way to meet them, and it turned out to be one of the greatest business deals of my career.
There you go.
So it was a great. We sold DuPont on our products and our opportunities. And here's a funny thing.
Okay.
At the time, we didn't have contracts. We were a 100-year-old company. We didn't have.
What did you guys have?
I mean, we
purchase orders.
We took orders, and depending on what the level they bought, that was sort of what they got. And they wanted to sign a multi-year contract, so we had to go back and create a multi-year contract.
Okay.
For them, and I did it. So.
Well, that's cool.
It turned out pretty good. Anyway, today we're back to talk about leveling up your game by attending conferences.
Yeah.
We just happen to produce conferences.
I'm kind of addicted. I got to tell you, I love conferences. I find them to be the ultimate place to get a ton of information, a ton of networking, and just a ton of opportunity to like make new relationships with people and maintain old ones all in one place.
Companies are usually
all in one. Like ours are 2 days, so we do 2-day conferences. Mostly for the utility industry, but I gotta tell you, if you are looking to level up your game, if you are looking to advance your career, there is, I think, nothing better because it gives you. Yeah, go ahead.
No, we probably attend, including our own conference. We probably attend 15 to 20 conferences a year.
We do
all over the world. Actually,
They're fun.
We travel to other countries.
They're
other
fun. They give you. So anyway, the first thing we're gonna just talk about, like, why attending conferences is the ultimate power up for your career and for your life. So the first thing, it's a knowledge buffet. I love this term.
I like that term.
Because it really is. So imagine.
Did you make that up?
I did not.
Oh.
I did not. I know. Really, I should have. Imagine a feast laid out before you, but instead of juicy steaks and decadent desserts, it's piled high with cutting edge insights, mind blowing trends, and practical skills. And that's a conference, baby. So, I mean, we have at our conferences like usually 6 to 7 speakers per day talking about different aspects, different angles of one topic. Like, just like give me different, I call it pieces of a mosaic. It's like a tile, and everybody's kind of putting in their tile or their puzzle piece. And at the end of the conference, you have a complete picture. And yeah, I mean, it's essentially the opportunity to kind of sample different ideas, different angles, different thoughts about what's going on either in the industry or in the topic that's being covered so that you can experience it. So that's one of the things that I love about it.
Like it's interesting because if you attend a conference, they always have the most up to date technology. The people who are there are working in the business, whether it's real estate, finance,
Yes.
automotive,
Yes.
health, wealth. I mean, we attend sales conferences and just learning from the best of the best and real world situations and what have you done and what have you done and what.
Well, and there's a different energy too. I mean, I know that there's a lot of online opportunities now for conferences and webinars and being able to be anywhere and access this kind of information. But there's nothing like one that's actually happening live. Like that's
In
live
person.
action,
Live
especially
in person,
especially if you're in person. Now, our conference, a lot of our conferences are hybrid, and we definitely do what we can to have that energy. But there's an energy, there's a very powerful energy that happens as you're taking something, as the information is being delivered, that everybody's hearing at the same time. You're hearing from people who are actually doing in the moment, like they're talking from their experiences, they're leaders in their industry.
I
It's
love
usually something that's like, I just worked on this, or we're working on this right now. Ours are not academic conferences. Ours are very, what would you call that? Like practitioner led.
peer-to-peer learning.
Peer-to-peer learning. These are people who are doing it and they're learning from other people in the room.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We would make we make our sponsors tell a story. We don't let our sponsors just sell.
I don't want you to just sit here and tell everybody why they should buy your product.
We make them
tell them what you did with it.
Yeah, we make our sponsors bring in someone from the industry and co-present on that topic. It just makes for a richer.
For everyone, it's a richer experience for everyone, because you're not only getting the depth of knowledge from the solution provider, you're also hearing how it's being implemented from one of your peers. And then in the end, it's like, okay, now it builds trust too, right? Like now I understand that what a company like mine is going to look like, smell like, be like, in terms of how to work with me. And they basically give an example of how they do that. So
we hit on this before. The networking at a conference is huge.
Yeah, totally.
Like you cannot get. I mean, probably 80%, 85% of the people we met in our industry in the last 5 years, we met at a conference. We met at an in-person event.
So in addition to getting information overload, you're getting a massive networking, and you're getting the opportunity to meet other people who do what you do. Ideally they're 5 steps ahead of you and they're talking about their experiences. So in the information, you're learning what they did and didn't do and what worked well and what didn't. But you get a chance to meet them. You get a chance to get to know them. You get a chance to network with them. We talk a lot about how in networking, your net worth is your network. So you're really leveling up your game immediately as you walk in the door to a conference where you have industry leaders, practitioners, folks who are in the same conversation of where you want to be. So
how many people have gotten new jobs out of just our events? Just going from one, just because they met somebody else in the industry, to get a new opportunity. It's crazy.
Well, that's it. I mean, and you can say like, hey, I do a lot on LinkedIn. I post, every week. I have a large following in LinkedIn, but when you get the chance to actually meet somebody like in person, again, the energy there is totally different. So having the opportunity to get to know people who you met, and we've had the opportunity to meet people in person who we had gotten to know basically through Zoom, and through LinkedIn and
during
through
COVID, we met
Facebook.
people
Yeah,
met people on Zoom calls, and then we got to meet them in person, and then got to level up those conversations. People around the world, people we would never
absolutely.
ever, we have. It's funny, we know. We know like 8 people in Calgary, Canada, and we were in.
We got to meet.
Yeah, we
We
were
were in
we
Frankfurt,
were in Frankfurt,
Germany,
Germany,
at the
at
bar.
the bar, and we meet
Shocking.
somebody, and he's
And we're
from.
like, "Hey, do you know blah blah blah?" And he's like,
Actually, I
"Yeah,
do
I
know.
do." I know his parents, and I'm like, "Oh my god,
And then
this
we
is
were literally like
crazy."
texting the dude
So
that
we're
we know
taking
in
a
Calgary
picture
and
with
taking a
him,
picture
like,
next, like, yeah,
"Hey, here we
who
are in
was
Frankfurt, Germany, meeting somebody that you knew from Calgary, Canada."
it
Yeah,
just levels up.
I love that.
Is that crazy?
It
And it's
is.
just
It
like
was really funny, but yeah, I mean, think about it. When you're at a conference, especially if it's something that's focused on the work that you want to do, you're going to meet people who do that, right? And you're going to meet the people who are really players. They're the ones who are also investing in themselves. They're the ones who are investing in their own in
we,
their
we're
careers.
talking
So
about.
you're going to meet the best of the best at a conference because they're putting money behind and saying, "I'm committed to making sure I learn the best information from the best people about this." So if you're in the room, you're part of that
I
too.
mean, look, I love this.
It's like joining a club.
It's way more learning. So conferences are way more than learning and networking. They're inspiration factories.
Yes, they become these collaborative,
You know, it's
creative
really funny.
spaces. Yeah.
We
Tell
we have a
me,
new
what do we
collaboration
have?
going on because
Yeah.
of people we met at conferences,
Yeah, it
and
is. You're right. I just
it's
realized
going
that.
to be
I'm
a
like, what are
business.
you talking
It's
about?
going to be
Oh, I
a
know what
new
you mean.
business partner of ours that we met over the last couple of years, and it just makes after time it just makes a lot of sense. Like, oh, this we should be working together. We should be doing something.
Completely. But that's it. When you're out of your regular routine, you're out of your office, you're out of your home office, you're at a conference, you're in a different location, you're in a different space, it has a different energy. The stories that you hear, the people that you meet, the information that you get is going to stir a different level of creativity in a different part of your brain than what you're used to absorbing in terms of information anywhere else. So it's absolutely about like putting that all in perspective. It gives you an opportunity to collaborate with people. It gives you an opportunity to brainstorm in a way that you don't normally brainstorm. Um, so yeah, and it also gives you a confidence. This is something that I think most people don't talk about. But when you leave a conference, you usually leave with more confidence. And the
Sure.
reason for that is because of all of the stuff that you got. You got to nibble off that big information buffet. You got an opportunity to meet and connect with other people in your industry. It makes you feel better about yourself. You've invested in yourself. You learned more. You now have a community of people that you can reach out to and connect with that you didn't
So
have before.
so here's something that comes up.
What
What about
else?
the cost of attending a conference? Because I know
Okay.
attending our conference, someone is probably
It
out.
ain't cheap.
Well, you're probably out a couple $1,000s, and I say
Right.
you're not out. You're investing a couple
It's an
thousand. You're
investment.
investing a couple $1,000s. You can have one idea, especially with our change management conferences, where they're solving hundreds of millions, if not $1 billion
Really expensive
problems.
problems. Yes.
You come out of our conference with one $50,000 idea, it's a no-brainer.
That's
And
it.
then, but the thing is too with the conference, and just like any learning you've done, hands-on learning, a real-world learning, you don't lose that learning. It
No.
doesn't go away.
You get to take it with you
You
if
use
you
it
change
5 years from now,
jobs.
10 years from now,
Exactly.
a year from now.
It's like a little knowledge bomb that's going to go off when you need it, right?
Yeah.
So you carry it with you. If you end up going to a different part of the company, you get put on a different project, you go to a different company, it comes with you. So the investment that you get out of that can be a return for your company because you can come back and say, "Hey, I just met 5 companies that are doing the same strategy that we are, and they hit some major problems. We just need to tweak this, and we'll be perfect, right?
So
How valuable is that?
I know. There's. I would show you my phone, but we're using it right now.
Right.
But you have this phone.
Okay, use a different phone.
I have a different phone. We use this phone. You come back with this phone filled with more connections.
Yeah.
Peer to peer. What we found is just crazy in our world that people have created networks outside of our conference, and they meet on a regular basis because they met at our conference.
We have people
Isn't that crazy?
who have gotten onto, they have started a monthly call so that they can connect with each other and say, hey, what's going on with you? What are you seeing in the industry? How can we help each other? How phenomenal is that, right? You get looped in on a monthly call with people who've been doing this for years. I mean, if you're junior level and you're looking to level up to another I don't want to say the word level again. Another part of the industry.
If you're looking to move, if you're looking to advance in your industry,
advance in your career, that's a great way to do it. And again, you're learning real stories. Like, this is the real stuff that's happening day to day. It's not the academic. It's not how this should work. It's does this really work? And if it doesn't, what can you do to, like, for workarounds? What can you do around that?
So we should we're over our time limit here.
We?
I see this.
I can't even tell.
I'm getting a director telling me we gotta
go.
We
are. Yeah, we should.
So
we
anyway,
should shut the F.
Are you ready to level up?
Yes.
Here's I'm going to give you everybody a task. We're going to do this too. We got to find a conference to go to this year we haven't been to. If you want to come to one of our events, utilityevents.com. It's just utilityevents.com. And if you have any questions, our phone number's on there. Number 2, I challenge you to find a conference in your industry or in your hobbies. I play guitar. I should go to a guitar conference. I can't get into none, but I would love to go to a guitar conference. Okay. Anyway, I challenge you to find a conference. Jump on Google right now, choose your topic, and look for a conference in your desired topic.
Yes.
Anyway, everybody have a great night. We're actually coming back later tonight. We're going back in a couple hours. We're crazy topic. But anyway, have a great day.
Go find that conference. Cheers.